Hi, welcome to the channel. This is just a small briefing before we get into the video. I have made this channel because I believe that each and every problem that I face has a deeper reason, and I love to look at those deeper roots. Because every single problem that I face, right, I have always gone through a journey to realize that this problem in the end has made me a better person. So I want to portray this journey in some sort of way in with the cards that I've been given. So I've created these videos using audio, video, and interactions like these. And with a mixture of all of these three, I want to help you see how life could be seen from my eyes. And maybe it's going to affect you in some sort of way, which I can't see right now. So please let me know in the comments and I'll stop talking. Let's get on to the video. Our subconscious mind is vastly different from what we think our mind has to be like. Our conscious mind makes decisions, contemplates, wonders, imagines, and tries to put a label on literally everything. In the same way, but not in the same way at all, what is not conscious wants us to look for it. The subconscious meditates, softens, allows, opens our consciousness, and expands our sense of self. But since we have to look for the subconscious mind because it is not conscious, these all happen only when we learn how to understand it in the first place. This understanding is from countless of millennia of ancestors that sought to search for what remained still, which turned out to be their own selves. The pursuit of stillness is a rather incredible one. The conscious tried to assume we are living a secluded, specific life, but the subconscious always knew better. It knew that we were a part of something that was much more divine. How do we understand this subconscious mind and everything that it tells us? How do we see what our subconscious believes? I know that the title of this video is Taking Control, but still, I've talked about why we should surrender instead, why we should believe that there is a subconscious and the subconscious works in a different way. There is science backed up with this, but it still is hard for us to believe that there is a path to follow rather than to control. So, even though we try to take control, our subconscious mind does not. Because the life that we are living in right now truly didn't start because we had to take control. It is a set of choices, though. Life is a set of choices and its consequences. The consequence part requires you to surrender. So, even though you take control to a certain extent, which I'll be explaining, you will still have to accept the fact that not everything is in your control. There is a subconscious mind, and you will have to surrender to it. Now, let's go to the control part. Take control of your life. You either make your own choices or you let fate, God, the universe do the choices for you. Because in the end, to go to the next version of yourself and the next stage in your life, you are going to be taking a choice. This is a psychological fact. It's called the locus of control. It's either you taking your inner locus of control from your own free will, or you do it from outer locus of control, which means like from external
things like fate. So, what do you choose? What do you choose so that you can further choose and go forward in life? Because in the end, you are going to go on this path irrespective of whether you choose to go on it or not. And this path is where it will lead to your outcome. So whatever goal you have in your mind right now, the action to go towards that goal is all going to go effortlessly. The how isn't in your control right now. What is only in your control is what you choose right now. So if you choose to commit to a certain thing every single day, then you are already committed. You chose it. So obviously you are going to do the actions to get that. That is the amount of control that you have from within. Or if you take control from outside of yourself, what happens is you have to have utter devotion to that thing so that once you say to that thing that I will be choosing this and you will be guiding me, what happens is you are going to do the actions effortlessly because of that devotion. So, this is a choice right now for you. Choose how to go about your life.
The eternal connection. There will always be a soul that just doesn't want to care. There will always be a possibility of changing for the worse, or climbing up a hill, or digging out the weeds from it. But what doesn't end is connection. Electricity runs through veins to burst into stardust, and then light erupts. From the crevices, nooks, and corners of one's world, the signs of connection never ends. Commonly, people believe that an epilogue requires a beginning, but also people don't realize that what is eternal, which doesn't care for the end, is looking right at them in those same set of eyes in front of their own mirrors. Connect to that eternal connection. I have faith is such a powerful sentence. It says that we are indeed connecting in devotion to something. Faith is a quiet melody that whispers beneath the twilight under your feet. It makes your whole body have a reason to exist, just because of the value the word faith holds as a whole. It isn't a definition, it's a feeling because it connects us not only as a collective but also individually back to ground zero. It gives us the gift of being free. You are so worthy of allowing the choice of freedom in your life. You are so worthy to allow it all to happen without conscious chatter. Allowance is an asset. It triggers the subconscious because allowance lets the subconscious align us to our eternal spirit. The subconscious believes that there is depth in this world. It knows what to follow already. It is just waiting for you to choose and allow it to work for you. Every choice you initiate in this life is in your control. You control what you want to allow yourself to step into. You have the right to choose, initiate, allow, and have faith. Initiation is when you can take the steps that charge you even further towards your next choice by not backing down against it. The hardest part of being the one in control is realizing how in control you actually are. The hardest part of being the one in control is realizing how in control you actually are. You get to let it all go or take it all in. You get to redirect your life at any moment you desire. But in the end, connection always will stay with you.
Since you hold the power to initiate your life, You also hold the power to redirect your choice midway. So, whether you're in a choice right now or not, whether you're suspended in air or you're going towards something already, you are allowed to change it. We all know that we are allowed to change it, but how do we change it? You change it by realizing that this is also a choice. You have a choice here. You either move forward with this, you either move forward and experiment and refine the path that you're going on by making a small set of choices from that choice that you've chosen, that goal that you've chosen, or what you do is you change the goal entirely. You change the choice. You change the thing that you're going to be devoted to. So the choice is in your hands. You either move forward with this or you stay stuck in it. You either move forward or you redirect it. It's all in your hands. So, whatever you choose right now, know that you are the one that is controlling your reality. So, this is your decision to make. Why are you listening to anything other than yourself? What do you want? And what do you want to go towards? What do you want to be present in and day out? What do you want to think about, stress about?
A choice helps begin, a choice helps to end, a choice guides the way, while another lets it all dwindle away. But the one who has courage doesn't need words to understand that the cycle of a choice will always lead to new pathways.
What you've just witnessed is the path that you go on if you want to live an aligned life. And because the key word here is alignment, taking control is much more than what you think it is. It's you being in control of your life. So, this requires courage, okay? This is not a surface level thing. It's deeper, and once you go with your choice, with so much presence intertwined with it, you realize how deep you actually can be with your own path. So, alignment is a path that requires all of you. It requires every single shadow of yours, every single flaw. It requires you to accept all of them and still choose something. Because once you commit to something, you aren't going to get distracted by anything other than what you've committed to. You are able to live a life without distractions, without illusions, without the need to stray away because you've committed to this thing. And that is a blessing in itself, the fact that you've taken control. So, taking control is the freedom of being able to control. It's the freedom of having choices and being able to choose one thing so that you can go towards the next thing. Just think about how exciting, how nerve wracking, but also beautiful that could be. So, this is not you pressurizing yourself anymore. It's you giving yourself the freedom to finally live your own life. So, do you choose to stay stuck or do you choose to move forward with the life of alignment?